Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Strategic Command American Civil War. Welcome back to our Conquest of Mexico in our multiplayer match versus Old Crow Balthazor. We're playing the US side and we're coming into the 35th turn in probably end of April or May 1848, so the last year of this conflict. And yeah, we are reaching the absolute climax since we're closing slowly into Mexico City. The last two times we successfully took Veracruz after our naval invasion. However, we did immediately suffer a little bit from yellow fever and supply problems, but at least the supply problems should be over by now. Now it's up to us how we figure it out to, which way we're gonna take to Mexico City. How do we outmaneuver the enemy in the best way without getting too ambushed. At the same time, we're trying to get some pressure in from the north as well on San Luis Potosí and maybe some industrial heartlands of Mexico. So yeah, interesting stuff to see, and I'm quite excited to see what the enemy did and how he reacted to our successful landing. I mean, he had 2 turns now, but yeah, we shall see. Let's go in together and watch the replay. The enemy blasts out here the artillery. Yeah, I guess the strategy of the enemy here is to deal as much damage. Oh my god. Oh gosh. That was way harder than expected. Well, at least they escaped. I knew they had a terrible supply situation. But, yeah, well... Okay, they get ambushed. Nice. Okay, regulars here in San... Oh, wow. The enemy brings probably that's the unit from the north, I guess. From Ambiga, okay. 9 MPPs crushed. Wow. Interesting turn. I'm the brigade here. Maybe San Luis Potosí, way stronger the enemy than I expected them to be. But yeah, it's still at least prime target. So it's okay if troops show up over here. But before we go in any further detailed analysis... Take your dead, dying, diseased troops to Gringo. Peacefully go back north of the Nueces River. I don't even know to anybody in the Nueces. Is this here the other disputed one in Texas, I guess, north of Rio Grande? I'm not sure. Well, page 339. Oops. Of course, I'm going to read Prescott, The Conquest of Mexico to you first. Experience showed that in a future conflict with the capital, it would not to trust to the causeways, but that to succeed, he must command the lake. He proposed, therefore, to build a number of vessels like those constructed under his orders in Montezuma's time and afterwards destroyed by the inhabitants. For this he had still the services of the same experienced shipbuilder, Martin Lopez, who, as we have seen, had fortunately escaped the slaughter of Melancholy Night. Cortés now sent his men to Tlaxcala with orders to build 13 brigantines, which might be taken to pieces and carried onto shoulders of the Indians, to be launched on the waters of Lake Texuco. The sail, rigging and ironwork were to be brought from Veracruz, where they had been stored since their removal from the dismantled ships. It was a bold conception that of constructing a fleet to be transported across forest and mountain before it was launched on its destined waters. But it suited the daring genius of Cortés, who, with the cooperation of his staunch Tlaxcalan confederates, did no doubt not doubt his ability to carry it into execution. It was with no little regret that the general learned at this time the death of his good friend Maxixa, the old lord of Tlaxcala, who had stood by him so steadily in the hour of adversity. He had fallen a victim to that terrible epidemic, the smallpox, which was now sweeping over the land like fire over the prairies, smiting down prince and peasant, and adding another to the long train of woes that followed the march of the white man. Interesting. Yeah, and here we go, our little remaining reinforcements. So back to this analysis over here. Really surprising for me that there's regulars showing up and more forces. I'm pretty sure that's the remaining forces. They are coming in now from the north, so he just dispatched them as quickly as possible over here. So yeah, we were a little bit faster, but not fast enough to essentially take them out. Okay, at the end of the last turn I was talking about an attack on San Luis Potosí this turn, but no, it's not going to happen. What is going to happen is the takeout of remaining dudes over here next to Chihuahua. And I think there shouldn't be any more troops available, so next turn we can even march also the Apache further down. Yeah. He'll wait for the end of the turn, but I'm pretty sure we have the MPP to just reinforce and get into, to be honest, better position here, yeah. These guys can really move up. You guys. Well, until they reach anything, I feel like there won't be of big value, so I'd rather have Kearney here with this remaining troops kind of steady. Yeah, why is the artillery here? I assume that the artillery is so slow that he thought also why bothering taking it down, so yeah, it makes sense. Good, but how will we continue over here? I would like to I was just wondering if we should keep on pressing here onto... Okay, Pinos is, by the way, occupied where I was testing last turn. If it would make sense to keep on pushing towards Salinas to basically get in reach of these mines over here. Is it worth it in comparison to San Luis here? I mean, they have regulars, we don't. That's the main problem here. Definitely got to reinforce... Thought I could take them up to 10, but now they're on supply 5, yeah. Now the intention is I do want to increase pressure. I don't want to enable, and I take, sorry for this quick moment of silence, but I feel like before I push here to the west, and which is also quite heavy, and then just one unit here in Zacatecas will defend successfully. We basically need to move Taylor over here. It can be just a cuff. It takes way too long to maul ourselves over here, and I feel like the strategic function of this army here is rather to occupy forces, and if there's regulars here in San Luis, I'm happy about it. So the main tasks should be to build up pressure. I think therefore I'm going to actually just reinforce these boys here. This was a failure. These guys have to go back, so they get some reinforcement soon. Here I think I want to... Oh! They're way more hurt than expected. Okay. God damn it. They lost all of their moves, otherwise I might have even went in on them. God damn it, that's unfortunate. It is what it is though. These guys have to go back to recover. Allowing us a look over here. Yeah, well, I mean, like this, reinforced in this position. I want to have a look on the supply once more, because command range wise, I think I have to be one step closer now. In the end, it lowers the supply, which is bad, but brings us in command range, right? At least those guys down here, and this could be with Taylor a huge asset actually, in comparison to... Yeah, this 4 is still a bad supply nevertheless anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. While these boys keep on marching south. Yeah. In 2 turns they might be useful over here, however it's fully exhausted from the march and so forth. But, yeah. Here bringing down the regulars, this is surprising that they are so hurt. And they're quite hard to reinforce, expensive I mean. And the enemy also is not having... I think he's suffering probably of supply shortages in terms of... Sorry guys, he's suffering supply shortages of terms of MPP, since we're not we sometimes ran into not fully reinforced troops. All right, down here let's have a look if we can even take Puebla in a We can, guys. This is amazing. What a amazing success. I thought we have to fight ourselves through, but the cavalry basically goes in and takes here a primary supply source undefended. And I think this is obviously, this makes our strategy quite obvious where we gotta go now. We gotta follow here. And we will. So... Okay, you guys take Miss Saint-Clar just to get the supply source in. Where's our reinforcements, the next ones? Brigades, yeah. I'm gonna fully ignore this one here. Just gonna chase those boys over here. Alright. I think, by the way, these guys can take our Atlantis. This should be unoccupied now. Talking so much about that. Maybe I got too megalomaniac. Anyways, keeping the pressure up. Here I wanted to reinforce, maybe I guess I should. Shall we just get some scouting in if there's anything to see down back here? With 3 back and forth, we could get up to here, we could see Huichapan. A little bit more at least over here. Not Pachua though. I haven't got distracted. Anyways, Gaines is definitely moving up here to Orizawa. Then, I mean, we can follow a bit. Let's do it. Let's do it. The Marines follow up here, so we have to take these supply sources, and just the rest of the guys is going to... Of course, I want to, in best case, I want to reinforce next turn. Alright, so this army is moving in here from the south, and it's, wow, this is really good position. This is way better than expected, so I wonder if the enemy is going to... Maybe I'm trying actually to increase the pressure. Let's see what we can do against the engineers if we de-entrench them a bit and then start some attacks. You never know. The pressure has to just build up. I mean, this is in the end just... At the moment, they're here as well as poor to see. In the moment, the biggest hope for us to take the capital is basically to come here from the east, in my opinion. Yep. Could they move in without forced march? Nope. So the brigade over here is going to... I designated it kind of for Tampico, but now with this success, I think I'm gonna move it to Veracruz. And I think maybe there was even a force down there, I'm not 100% sure. So for the moment, I think there was something moving down here. We have to keep it occupied. So therefore... I mean, we could go down, but in the end it doesn't make a huge difference. I mean, maybe a bit, to be honest, since we have fantastic supply here. Anyways, let's have a quick look. Is there anything else on the way? Nope, not yet. I mean, losing Veracruz through an annoying strike would be, of course, terrible. Okay, let's keep them here just to make sure. I think there was something moving around here in the replay. Yeah, I really don't know. Over here was checking if there's anything to do, to be honest, but I could bombard here Frontera for one, but this is not really worth it. Doesn't even supply MPPs, you know. Is there any viable target for us to bombard? Nah. We just showed presence over here that we can be around. But to be honest, guys, I don't see any reason why anybody in this scenario would start landing or anything here. And once again, maybe I feel like the naval situation needs to be a bit improved. I mean, we have the absolute superiority, but they're useless. In the end, in the next game, I would almost bring all the frigates or all the troops over here. Yeah, we shall see. I'm not sure if I'm, yeah, no too big criticism. But this is fantastic here. Going to Puebla with the Cav. I don't know if he anticipated that. Maybe he didn't think that we couldn't be so fast. I mean, bringing the cavalry now paid off big times. This is basically, yeah. If there was some strong defense here, taking Puebla would have been another huge task, I feel like. So with this is a great success. And yeah, let's see. As I said, I want to try to de-entrench the engineers a bit. And see if there's anything possible to just keep up, increase the pressure. Just talking. Sad. But gives us good. Wow, the main force is still around, so whew. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This is... Reinforced first or not? Yeah, come on, bring him up to 10 as long as we can. So, wow. The bulk of the enemy's army is over here, I would say. 5... What do we see? 5 regulars and artillery at... yeah, we absolutely outnumbered after our losses, but I guess he moved also a couple of troops in, plus these guys over here, while leaving this undefended. So we successfully got in their bag. I feel like one can say that probably, just probably, our landing was still a surprise. I guess he didn't think about this anymore, since there was no, or we couldn't really protect it. But I guess he expected just that we decided to rather go full force with Scott. Yeah, from the landway. But now, yeah. I'm swelling already in the happiness about these huge successes. Just kidding. Well, these two guys can come in next turn. They will be very handy, at least in, yeah, for example, defending Veracruz and taking the flanks, both here and there. About these guys, I kind of want them in... kind of need them to take them to Venado, to be honest. Now we're gonna keep them here reinforced by 1, because as we saw, these guys are quite down, and with a little bit of luck, with another hit, they might be helpful. By the way, taking Veracruz helped us also a bit here with the fighting spirit. That should increase the strength of our troops as well. And yeah, now we've got time. Let's do the reinforcement over here. We can absolutely afford that. Anything else possible right now? Nope. I don't know. In the end, I rather wish that the brigade would have died. We don't even have any... we can't do a lot with the MPPs right now, because we're at the production limit everywhere. Well, I guess that's it. That's it for this turn. I'm always too eager. Yes, it's not a huge scenario, but I'm always quite want to be careful about not forgetting things. In the end, probably I'm gonna forget stuff. Anyways, I'm still, despite this show of force here, yeah, the enemy is lacking units. We do have 9 more on the land. Yep. So it has to show off somewhere if we're lacking here. Yeah, that's basically this front, right? So let's see how the enemy is going to react next time. If he can kind of swing his units, I guess. I guess if I was the enemy, I would probably now go for a retreat here to this perimeter with this troop somehow. I mean, he would probably give up this mine. I don't know. Allowing us here to go to this... We're getting closer to the Texcoco Lake from the Cortez, from the Conquest of Mexico, so things are getting real. Up here, I don't know if these troops, until they're down here, this takes a while. I think their main task is they're gonna remain probably around and try to stop Taylor here from breaking through substantially down here. Interesting. Let's find the Nuescas River quickly. Is it this one here at Alamo? Maybe. Nueces, not Nuescas. The river is not to be found on the map, so we will continue. Can't be found. It's not to be found. Stop trying to formulate fancy when you can't, Wolf. On the map, so we are going to I'm sorry. Alright guys, let's finish quickly, see if anything happens. Yellow Freever, hooray. But nothing happened to us, right? I didn't see any hits. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are we going to take Mexico City? I'm ready to take bets or not. I don't know how many turns we've got left. Probably like 7, 8, 10. We shall see. Yeah, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, if you haven't yet, it would be fantastic if you give me, both me and Old Crow Balthazor, a like and subscription to support our project and keep our channels growing. Thank you so much for your support. But most importantly, I would love to see you next time in the next episode. So see you then. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.